Hey, I just stopped by to share something that I learned in church today. So we're going to be in Luke 16, and I'll go ahead and start on verse 19. It's called The Rich Man and Lazarus. And it is important to note that these are in the words of Jesus here in Luke. So, verse 19. There was a rich man who was dressed in purple and fine linen and lived in luxury every day. At his gate was laid a beggar named Lazarus, covered with sores, and longing to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Even the dogs came and licked his sores. The time came when the beggar died, and the angels carried him to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. In Hades, where he was in torment, he looked up and saw Abraham far away with Lazarus by his side. So he called to him, Father Abraham, have pity on me, and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, because I am in agony in this fire. But Abraham replied, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, while Lazarus received bad things. And now he is comforted here, and you are in agony. And besides all this, between us and you a great chasm has been set in place, so that those who want to go from here to you cannot, nor anyone who crosses from there to us. He answered, Then I beg you, Father, send Lazarus to my family. For I have 5 brothers. Let him warn them, so that they will not also come to this place of torment. Abraham replied, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. No, Father, Abraham, he said. But if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent. He said to him, If they do not listen to Moses and the prophets, they will not be convinced, even if someone raised from the dead. So this is pretty heavy. You can hear my dog eating in the background. It's pretty heavy though. It's crazy. It's a big synchronicity because my mom had just shared this verse with me and I didn't know where it was. She just kind of told me about it. And then I go to church today, completely different church than where she even goes, and that's what we were learning. So I think it's really important. What I want to point out here is the rich man chose his comfort here on earth. He had money and fine purple linens and all these things that made him the best, the greatest. And he had a beggar, right, Lazarus, outside of his gates, who was covered in sores, needed help, wanted even just the crumbs of the food, like the food from his table. And the rich man chose not to help Lazarus. He chose comfort over love. And then it's interesting because then we go over here to verse 24, and it says, Father Abraham, have pity on me and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, because I am in agony from this fire. Now, the rich man who in his life had many ways to help Lazarus chose not to. And now he is in agony, and he is looking at Lazarus, and he's begging that Lazarus come help him. That's insane. It's insane. I'll have to find the reference, but Jesus said that if we do it for someone else, we do it for him. If we do it for the poor man, for the beggar, for someone, we're doing it for God. And trying to catch my thought here because there's a few things I want to say, but I feel like I should save some of them for a later video when I'm more prepared. But the rich man chose to blaspheme love. He chose not to be there for Lazarus when he needed him. And Lazarus was comforted in paradise and at Abraham's right hand, right heaven. There's a lot to be said about this verse, and I think that I'm going to break it down a lot more in later videos, because then, we go into the later part of the chapter where the rich man is begging then for Lazarus to go warn his family about this place, and he's begging him that if he can't warn his family, he's begging for somebody to be raised from the dead so that they will believe. And Abraham tells him, even if someone raises from the dead, those who are going to choose not to believe, choose not to choose love and choose Christ, that they will suffer. And that's what he said, you know? He said that even if someone was to raise from the dead, they wouldn't believe, they wouldn't choose love. And they had Moses before them, and they had other prophets, right? Before Jesus rose from the dead. They didn't choose to believe, and they didn't choose love. So I think I'll definitely go deeper into more of this verse later. But again, the important part is to choose love in everything. If you have a way to help someone, if you have a way to be there for someone, to just show someone love, even in your words, do it. Do it. Do not choose comfort over love. Especially not right now, you guys. We're in some pretty scary times, it feels, right? But Christ is coming back, and we got this. Thanks for watching my video. If you guys have any comments or questions, I'll probably turn comments on, for my videos. But thanks for stopping by. And again, this is, if you want to read it for yourself, Luke 16, starting at verse 19 and going through 31. That's what I read today. Have a good day, you guys.